father buys a woman for $5,000. He brought home a woman who made his son call her mom. It was the 11th mom the father had brought home, so the boy got used to it. He bowed his head and called the woman mom, but the woman was disgusted because the father didn't tell her he had a son. The father lied to the woman, and the woman lied to her father. After removing her makeup, her face lost its color. The face is expressionless, the eyes are empty, even her long hair was fake. The woman didn't explain too much, she just said indifferently, "If you don't want it, sell yourself back." In the days that followed, father didn't come home every day as usual, but this woman didn't go out at all. All she did was eat and sleep. She had a surprisingly large appetite. Sometimes she'd get up in the middle of the night and eat in secret. Not only did she eat all the leftovers in the pot, she even ate all the food in the refrigerator. The neighbor, George, asked Bo about her. "How's the mom this time? I heard she's prettier than the others." But Shobu told him with a look of disgust, "She's a total loser. She can't do anything but eat and sleep." Seeing her smoking outside the house, George couldn't help himself. He was sucking up to her, said she was the most beautiful woman he'd ever seen. But the woman treats her like she's crazy. She doesn't even say a word and leaves. The most important thing a woman does at home is put on makeup, but she doesn't do it to go out. She's just bored to kill time. When she saw Bao eating rice with seaweed, she went over to him again. She picked up one and stuffed it into her mouth, until he picked up the last one. Bo couldn't hold back any longer. "Why don't you save one for me?" Woman said, "It's just a little nori bun rice." The boy said, "I earned it from my hardworking part-time job." Bo's father never cared for him, so he learned to be independent at a young age. After school, he would work part-time. He never spends money. With food coupons, he could barely make ends meet. But one day while doing his homework, he suddenly realized that a woman had brought back a lot of food. The woman was eating a lot of food. Shobu's stomach growled with hunger, so much so that he lost his mood to do his homework. The woman saw that Shobu wanted to eat, but she couldn't let her face down, so she generously asked him to come and eat with her. Little Treasure was not polite. He hurriedly went over, but when he was in the middle of eating, he suddenly realized the name on the bag. It was the same supermarket he always went to. He seemed to realize something, then he rushed to check his food rolls, and sure enough, these foods were all redeemed with his food vouchers. Shobu was very angry, because it was his month's food money, but the woman acted as if nothing had happened. After eating and drinking, she reads magazines leisurely. The woman didn't find his money. This is the money he saved after working hard for half a year. To get back at the woman, he turned on the TV while she was sleeping, and deliberately turned up the volume to the maximum. The woman who was woken up was not to be outdone, turned on her own radio and played music. Shobu continued to turn up the volume. The woman also turned up her radio. The two of them didn't say a word. They were competing with each other. After a few rounds, the woman lost the battle. Then she turned off Shobu's TV in return. Shobu also turned off the other's radio, and said to the woman with a look of disgust, "Go back where you came from," and told her she didn't need her. The woman said, "I don't need a son like you," although they fight all the time, but it's just a minor friction in their lives. What they really feared is their father's gambling addiction. That day, his father lost again in the game room. When he came home, he started to ask Shobu for money. Shobu said, "We had no money at all. How could we have any money left?" Father didn't believe me. He searched through Shobu's desk. He found the money for Shobu's new school uniform, the money to pay for the new school uniform the next day. Shobu desperately begged